This is a requested video of a playthrough of my prototype solo deck for Dice Throne. Hello and welcome to Assorted Meeples. I'm Phillip the Meeple on duty, and today I'm going to be playing a game of Dice Throne solo using the variant that I had dreamed up and fully made at the request of a YouTube commenter from the last video talking about when I originally made this prototype. He just asked for a little help in how it actually plays out and if I'd be willing to do a gameplay. I am perfectly willing to do a quick gameplay of how this game plays. I actually went through and printed off a full copy of the game, and it took me roughly an hour between the gluing, the cutting, the printing. I have done a video before on how I make my cards. I did a slightly different variation this time. Instead of using a laminate core, I used a heavier paper, closer to a marker paper, or like an alcohol ink marker paper to print on. So these cards are pretty darn stiff. They got some flex to them, but they're not, say they're actually a little closer to a playing card, but I don't necessarily know if they're, I mean, they're definitely thicker because that's only 20 cards versus a normal full deck. So without further ado, let's get into picking the characters that we're going to play with. I'm going to be playing with the original characters here. And, oh, for fun, we'll just take the Barbarian and the Pyromancer because they're pretty easy and straightforward. I'm going to take the Pyromancer and we're going to play against the Barbarian. So let's go ahead and just set this aside. I'm going to grab the rule book even though I don't really need it, but sometimes it's nice to have a reference just in case. Okay, I am ready and set up. As you can see, I have the Pyromancer who I'm playing as and the Barbarian fully leveled up. Now looking at it, I'm not sure I made a good choice. So they're completely, all their highest abilities, 2 CP, 50 health. I have the deck all stacked up. I'm going to try and play all my dice and show my cards here in the center. But it might get a little cramped. Might put my cards up here and leave their cards down here. That might work. So let's go ahead and draw my 4 cards up. 2, 3, 4. And I have Combustion 2, Twice as Wild, Helping Hand, and Vegas Baby. At the start of my turn, select one of your opponent's dice and force them to re-roll it. Change the values of any 2 dice. Gain a Fire Mastery, then move to 4 Fire Masteries to deal 4 undefendable damage per token removed. Ooh, that's right. She needs to get Fire Mastery. So they both have stun. He's got concussion. All right, let's get after it. So now they're going to start, and the rules of this again are pretty simple. I'm going to flip a card. So they start, they're going to gain a CP. Man, those cards are so chunky, but that's good. And now I flipped over the first card. So in this one, I'm going to be rolling for Overpower 2 or Warcry here. And for 3 CP, I can run Twice as Wild, which I have 3 CP, so if it will help me, I'm going to shoot for that. So now I'm going to pick up their dice. And I have 2 and 2. Warcry is that. Roll through your damage, total roll value. If the roll value is at least 10, inflict concussion. So I've got 2 of those, and I've got Twice as Wild set. So I'm going to save those 2. And I'm going to re-roll these 3. That's a third one of those. And we'll see if I need to use the CP, which I need to use the CP. So I'm going to use 3 CP. So he's back to 0. Now, twice as wild, change any 2 dice values. So we're going to change them to the 6s. And I'm getting hit with overpowered. So roll 3 dice. Deal the damage equal to the total roll value of the dice. And possibly inflict concussion. That is 3, 4, 5 damage coming at me. Yep, she takes 5 damage. That's right. She is a glass cannon and will burn you to the crisp. And I need to pick up her dice. She rolls all 5. So I deal 2 damage. And I gain 1 fire mastery. And the 6 and the 4 do absolutely nothing for me. So those go back into my board here. We'll just slide those down. That was my defensive roll phase. He did his offensive roll phase. Now it comes over to me. I am actually going to sell this card for a... Oop, I would gain a card anyways. So that's 3 CP, and I drew a card. I'm going to gain another CP because I sold that card for 4. I'm going to play Vegas Baby, and I'm going to gain half the value as CP. 4, so that's 2 CP. So I'm up to 6 CP. Combustion 2. We're looking at, which one's combustion? Meteorite, ignite, combustion, 1 fire measure to 4. Yeah, we'll spend 2 CP on that one, so I'm down to 4 CP. But buy is remove a status effect from a chosen player. Change this. Additional 2 You can't just add those, they gotta be on top of the fire mastery. Oh, okay, right. Alright, so that's all I want to do for this. Change the values of any 2 dice for 3 CP. Okay, we're good. Here we go. Let's go. Oh, I did 2 damage to him and I didn't do anything about it. So 48. So if you were in the comments yelling at me, there, I did that. I've got... a large straight on my first roll. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to keep... Oh, I would have lost that on the cooldown. Upkeep phase. I'm going to gain 2 fire mastery. Then deal 4 damage plus 2 damage per fire mastery. So that's another 4. So that's 8 damage going at the barbarian. We're going to set that in there. And he rolls 4... heal 2 on per heart. On double hearts, you may also prevent incoming status effects. Okay. So, here we go. That was 8 incoming damage. So, he's going to heal 4 of that 8. So, he's going to take 4 damage. And he is going to, because he got 2 hearts, he is going to take that down to 3 damage. So he is at 45. That was his defensive roll. That is all I'm going to do, because actually that was a really good roll. Do I want to sell that? No, I'm going to keep it. Okay, so here we go. We're going to gain a CP. We're going to slide that down. And we're going to flip this one over. So now I can choose to go for either a large straight or the overpower 2 again. So we're going to roll, see what he's got. He's only got, let's get that clear in there. He's only got 1. So that was a 5, 1, 1, 3, 6, 5. Well, he is almost at overpower. And for a CP, I'm going to be able to change that. But let's see, I've got 2 more rolls. I might get another 6. Did not, so I'm going to change that. I'm going to do samesies, and that 1 becomes a 6. And that becomes the overpower. I'm going to roll 3 more dice. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 11 incoming damage. That hurt. And concussion. Skip the income phase. A player inflicted with this item token must skip their income phase and then remove this token. I'm going to spend 2 right now because I don't want to deal with that. My turn, I get to roll all 5 of my dice. That was 11 incoming damage. And I can't mitigate that, so there's... Okay, so that's 2 more damage going to him, so that puts him at 43. And I gain another Fire Mastery. And I take my 11 damage that he just handed me. That really stink. Okay. It is now my turn. My upkeep. I lose 1. I'm going to gain 1. And I am going to flip over. Try again. You were a chosen teammate. Re-roll up to 2 dice. Okay. I don't have anything I want to play. I'm not sure. Oh, I played that card. So that goes away. Now it's time to play my dice because I have nothing else to do. Spent 2, gained 1. Yeah, I'm at 3. Okay. We got 2 6s. We've already got a small straight. Nope, we're gonna do it. We're gonna go for the 6s. I need a minimum of 1 more 6. We're gonna call that not a 6. I got the 1 6. I'm gonna spend the 3 to turn those into 6s off of that twice as wild. Change the values of any 2 dice for 3 CP. That I just unlocked my Scorch the Earth. So I gain 3 Fire Mastery, which I can have a stack limit of 5. So that puts me at max. I'm going to inflict a knockdown and a burn. Let's see if I can't find a knockdown in here. There it is. So that and that. Deal 12 damage and additionally deal 2 collateral damage to all opponents. Deal 12 damage. 12 damage. And that is... Additionally deal 2 collateral damage. That's 14. Oh my. So 31... Yeah. So that puts him down to 29. That put me in a much better place. I'm very thankful for that. He doesn't get to respond to that. Now it is his turn. He is going to gain a CP. Slide. So on this one, we're going for large straight because they're both the same, and I have tips it, which plus or minus 1 on a die, or samesies, change the value to any the same. So we got 1 CP, and that's all we got to work with. So I have a 3, 4, 6. We are going to go and keep that 3, 4. Throw the rest back. That's a 2, 3, 4. And come on. I don't really want him to hit me, but there's that 1. Is there a way I could get to? No, there's not a way I can get to change match another die, or tip it plus or minus 1 on the die. Okay, so this is where... Oh, right. I forgot they had a burn, so they take 2 damage. 2. And they had knockdown. Oh, they would have skipped anyways. Okay, so that comes off. I forget about those things a lot. So they did not hit me at all because they had the knockdowns and they didn't have enough CP to spend it. Upkeep phase, I lose 1. I gain a card, which is triple up, draw 3 cards. I gain 1. Do I do that? No, I think we're going to stay there maybe next round. I'm going to roll my dice again. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's already a small. So let's keep those. That's a small already. That was a 6 though, wasn't it? I think. Yeah. Had to been. Means I don't have a 5 in there. Gain a fire mastery and moves up to 4 fire mastery to do. Dang. I have 2 rolls to try for that. Or no, we do the smart because I already picked that up. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it was a 6, but I don't remember for sure. It's another 4. And that's the 6 again. Okay, so I do have a small straight. I would gain 2 fire mastery, but that puts me at 5. Then deal 5 damage and 1 damage per fire mastery. So that's another 5 damage coming in. So that's 10 damage incoming to this guy, the barbarian here. And we are going to run here. Okay, so those 2 do nothing. So heal 4, -1, that's 5. So he's taking 5 damage, right? 2, 4. Yep. Okay, so he's taking just 5 damage, which puts him at 22. That was his defensive roll. I don't want to do anything on the backside here, so we're just going to give a CP. He's going to take 2 more for that, so he's at 20 health. And I got a feeling this is going to get ugly really quick here in just a second. So we got the Smash 3 and the Reckless 2 that he's going for. One more time, extra roll of up to 5 dice. And the tip it. One, 2, 3. That's already 4 swords. 4 swords. Go 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that's a tough one. I am going to go with the 4 that I already have. And we're going to see if we can't get that 5th one. Nope. There it is. Okay. There is 2 pairs, not a 4 of a kind. So I'm just going to do 10 damage, and it is defendable. Incoming 10. She does not have damage mitigation, so I'm down to 24. She comes back with all 5 of her dice. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4 damage coming at him. So that puts him down to 16. That was my defensive roll. He is done on his turn. It is my turn. I lose one of these fire masteries. I'm going to gain a CP and draw a card. What is this card? Burning Soul 2. On 3 fire inflict burn. On 4 increase fire mastery stack limit by 1. Gain 2 fire mastery. Deal 1 damage per thing. Oh, okay. I don't know if I necessarily want that. I think I'm going to sell that. So that gives me 3 CP. Then I'm going to play the triple up. So I'm down to 1 CP. And I get to draw 3 more cards. 2, 3. Fireball 2 deals 8 damage. And I gain 2 fire mastery, getting paid. We're going to do that. So I got CP and a 6-it. Change the value of 1 to that. So gain 2 more CP. Since this is only 1, I'm going to play it. So I will be at 2 CP. There's all that. Now it's my turn to roll the dice. Got the 6-it and the try again. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a small straight. We're going to keep that. See if we can't get the 5. It's a 6. That's a 3. So no, I can't. But that is a small straight. Gain 2 fire mastery. I can only get up to 5 right now. Then deal 5 damage plus fire damage per fire mastery. So that is 5. So 10 damage incoming to the barbarian, who gets 4 to... Yeah, 10 coming in, 4 dice to recover with. He got another 5 mitigation, so he's down to 11. 16 minus 5 is 11, and his swords don't do anything, which seems like a loss in my opinion, because that's 2. 4 minus 1 is 5. Yeah, okay. That was everything I want to do. I don't want to use that, so now we're going to gain a CP. Gonna move that over. We're going to get him here where overpowered is coming in again. One more time, 1 extra roll, 1 more time, 1 extra roll. Okay, so now I could technically use 2 CP here because I can only use what's down here once. I can't just keep spamming it, even if I have the CP. So what do I have? I've got a 2, 3, 2... Yeah, I think we go with that. Heal 2, yeah, we go with that. There's that 3rd sword. There's that second 6, right? First one, second roll was the 1, second 6. Oh, okay. So I didn't need any of his CP. He is doing that. I reroll 3 dice for the total damage given. That is 12, 15 damage incoming. I eat that because she doesn't absorb damage. So that it puts me from 9, puts me down to 9, right? 24 minus 15 is 9. I went from a solid lead to dang, real fast. Now, let's go ahead and do my 5 defense. 1, 2, 3. I'm at max fire capacity, so I'm just doing 3 damage to him, so he's down to 8. That is the end of his turn. Start of my turn, I get rid of 1, I pick that up, and I grab a card. Fire up. What does fire up do? Increase fire mastery 1, then gain 2 fire mastery for 3 CP. No thank you at the moment, but I'm not going to sell it quite yet. Alright, so I'm going to roll my dice. And that's a 1, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, we're going to go with that. Because that is gain 2 fire mastery, which puts me at the 5. So that is deal 4 damage, plus that becomes 10, because I have 5. So that's 14 damage incoming to him. I forgot, so I don't get it. So 14 damage incoming, which is enough to 14, so that's 9 damage. That's enough to kill him. And that is game. That was a fun game of Dice Throne as solo. So I hope that is a good, clear idea of what you're going to be getting as you play through the solo deck that I've created. It's very simple, very straightforward. There's a couple of things I think I would change, and I have them listed in the instructions as well, about instead of needing 3 6s to go for the ultimate, just needing 2. And the other one is the if you roll up and you don't get what you are supposed to be aiming for, but you get, like, if you're supposed to go for a large straight and you get a small straight, still taking the small straight damage because you still rolled something that was useful. As you can see, it was a close game for the most part. It did look like I was crushing the barbarian, but one shot brought me down to his level and made me very fearful that I was about to lose on a solo game, which I do a lot when I play solo. There will be a link in the description to the other video, as well as I should shoot a link to the solo deck as well, so that way you have it if you want. If not, it's in the first video. So thank you guys very much for watching. Leave a comment down below what you thought of the system now that you could see it in play rather than just me talking about it. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time. All right. Bye.